Okay, I was just thinking about this as I was walking over here. The house viewing got moved to tomorrow, so that's not happening today. But basically, like, I was thinking about, like, if I move places, like I up my burn rate and things like that. But at the same time, I also realize, like, if know I need nothing, I can play with everything. That's been a reflection that I've had recently that I think has been really nice. Just because, like, um, at the end, I like nice things. That's no secret. But I don't have a need for them, and I find these very grounding moments when I go to places like Kablachok and whatever else. Because I know at the end of the day, like, you can take everything. I'll go to I'll go work at some coffee shop and probably start another business from there. Like, I fundamentally love the game, and I'm fine as long as I'm moving somewhere. And that is a really liberating feeling, because when you know that you need nothing, and I'm talking about, like, when you know that you're okay being dead broke, uh, that means you can play with everything. Now, that doesn't last forever, especially if you have a family to sustain whatever. But, like, when during those times that you know that you could survive on nothing, I think that's the most fun, to play with everything, because you can put everything else on the line. You don't have to worry about that, and that's something I've been thinking about. And I think it's all the more fun to play with everything, because you can get so much further. And I don't know, like, if that's what I want to do, I see no better option. And so I'm feeling a strong inclination toward, like, leaning out toward moving out soon. At the end of the day, I haven't done it, especially just because I didn't think it made financial sense and things like that. But now I am starting to feel kind of cooped up, and I want to be back in a big city, especially since I've been spending more time in Lisbon, less in Singapore, and I want to be more time in, so London or Dubai is really the place I'm considering now. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but as far as work goes, I had lunch with an old friend. I have a meeting tonight with a friend of mine who works at a company here in London. Other than that, not too much. I've kind of cleared most of the things this week. I have to catch up on some stuff for some clients, and that's it. And then I'm going to get back on, like, the business development haul that I had to do. Like, I want to redesign a bunch of stuff and whatever. But this week I was just more meeting people in London, things like that. Yesterday's meeting was actually, like, now that I can't remember if I reported it after the meeting, but the meeting from yesterday was really good. It was, like, really interesting guy, and he has me thinking a lot about the recruiting model, which I think I might do a little bit more of. So helping companies recruit developers, because we have network access and things like that. And the guy put it in a really interesting way. He said, like, you go to Tesco, which is a supermarket here, and they have food on the shelves, right? When you run a service business, what are you stocking your shelves with, right? And so if I run if I run a recruiting company, it's like, where's my database of people and things like that. So, I don't know. Has me thinking a lot about the recruitment side of things, and I think that might make more sense, because development's a really hard model to sustain. The thing is, because I run a development agency, I can offer both solutions. Sometimes development agencies make sense, sometimes they don't. But when you need developers, you either need contractors or you need full-time people. If I can do recruiting, I can get people full-time and developers, or I can do contractors. So basically, it becomes, I think, quite interesting for anybody who needs development. I don't know. So I'm thinking of pivoting the business model a little bit that way. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, like, if you do good work, then you're fine. It's just, you need to find a business model that makes sense. And, like, as long as the business model makes sense, the rest should take care of itself. And so I think the biggest struggle is that development agencies sometimes do not, like, it's hard to find the clients, because not always does it make sense to hire contractors and things like that, but more people need developers. And recruiting developers is actually something you can do on a performance basis. Basically, like, marketing agencies can do performance by basically saying you only pay a fraction of whatever we bring you in, right? So no risk to you, and you can get testimonials. Then later you can charge up front. With recruiting, it's the same thing, because I can also just tell people that you don't pay me unless I find you somebody that you like, and that makes it easy to step into to get started with. So anyway, I'm gonna head back and do some work. I was just walking around for a little bit after my chat with my friend. Yeah. I'm excited to meet the roommates that I would have if I go to the place in London. They're all like investment bankers and consultants, and I think those are interesting people. I think the roommates you live with make such a big difference. If you're considering moving somewhere with roommates, like, I think, like, they're the people you spend a lot of time with, so you can learn from them or not. But yeah.